Hello everyone, welcome to Connections UHC Season 7, Connections Through Separation. This season will be a chosen teams of 2 with fast mounting split spawn, move 0-0, and a custom game mode called Operation. And we are also happy to announce that Coco is joining the organization team. Ross will explain the game mode. Jesus.
Okay, so for Separation, starting episode 2, 4 monuments will open, 1 per quote-unquote quadrant since it is moved to 0. These monuments can be used to help find your teammate. If you and your teammate walk over a monument with 24 gold and 3 diamonds, you will both be given access to a set of meetup cards that are exactly in the middle of both of your current positions when the second monument was set off, which allows you to meet with your teammates. Monuments can be tracked with such monuments, and you can check your team meetup cards with team cards. Also, you might be able to tell we are using Mumble. If you don't know what Mumble is, it is a program that allows you to hear nearby players using positional audio. For example, if I am 15 blocks away from Tanner, I will be able to hear him quite loud, but if I am 65 blocks away from him, I won't be able to hear him very well. And if he was more than 70 blocks away, we wouldn't be able to hear each other at all. But spawn is simple. Everyone in spawn does a solo. Move 0-0, says it in the name, 0-0 is moved. Since we're going to be using Mumble, all chat and team commands are going to be disabled, so yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to go over the config.
Yeah, now for the config, apple rates are 1.5%. Apples drop from all trees. Shears are enabled. Flint rates are 70%. Absorption is disabled. Golden heads is enabled. The heal 4 hearts and are unstackable. Nether is disabled. Horses are disabled. Flame, fire, and split a chance are disabled. Pearl damage is 1 heart. Strip mining is not allowed, but roller coasting and staircasing is allowed. Full bright and highlighted ores are allowed. Meetup is episode 5. The map size is 2500 by 2500, and the ore limiter is 25% removed, apparently.
But 30% removed on gold. Anyway, now we can go over the teams. So, the teams this season, we have Alti and _Dieter, who is a newcomer. We have Minnie returning from season 2, and Logan. We have Blur or Freak, and Tay, who is a new. We have Brody and Griffin, who is a newcomer. We have Cody and Jay-Zize, who is a newcomer.
Sup?
Okay. We have Evzen, Kahooter, Litton, and Saya, who is technically a newcomer. Anyway, then myself and Olivia. We have Alan, who is a newcomer, and Ross. We have Fern and Chris. Oh my god. We have Bowfish and Cal returning from season 1. We have Maxa and Pelly. And then Coke and Frost. And Vetmeyer and Fost, who switched their skins, so I got confused. But anyway, that's, yeah, there you go. That's the, that's it.
Everyone unmute, say
I'll unmute if you want.
The air is cold, the night is long. I feel like I might fade into the dawn, fade until I'm gone. I'm so far from home, so far from home. Not where I belong, not where I belong. I'm so far from home, so far from home. Not where I belong, not where I belong. So far from home. Not where I belong. I'm so far from home.
Alright, hello everyone and welcome to Connections. I'm getting a late start because I had to restart my game. Because my sensitivity was all weird. But here we are. in Connections, Season 7. I really like FFA commentary, so I feel like I'm gonna love this season. I'm with T-Firm, as my teammate, but we don't know where each other are right now, and obviously we're not gonna be getting meetup coordinates, because that's gay, and not allowed. But hey. So, you know, obviously we're just gonna start off by getting our stone tools. You know, as you do in literally any UHC you've ever played, that's like the first thing you should do always. Yeah. It's pretty much, you know, what I plan to do is I plan to get the diamonds and gold that we need, and then instantly head to a monument, because that's what T-Firm and I... Okay. Because that is what T-Firm and I agreed to do before the game began. It's like, hey, you know, as soon as you get the stuff, go to the monument and do the thing. Which, I mean, you know, makes sense. That's probably what I was gonna do anyway. And since he was the one that came up with the idea, I assume I'm not changing his plans. So, I mean, it wasn't, like, was it cheating? I guess, sort of, kind of, if you want to consider it, but I wouldn't really. You know, we're all just here to have a good time, and you know how it is. It's a recorded run. You've seen me play so many of these in the past. It's nothing new. Unless you haven't seen me play one of these in the past, which, hey, I'm Chris. How you doing? You're gonna be spending, you know, the next however long I survive with me. So let's get to know each other. I'm gonna take some of these chickens. If you don't know, I'm a cripple boy. What are we connected by? What? Help up. Mute chat, idiot. Alright, so yeah, if you don't know, I'm a little cripple boy. I'm not actually crippled, but like everyone says I am. Because I used to pretty much, I was born with scoliosis, right? And, you know, when I was 9, I got a wedge to put in my shoe to help, you know, slow or stop the curvature of the spine. Which, if you don't know what scoliosis, it's, you know, where your spine curves. And pretty much, you know, me being a 9-year-old, I quote-unquote lost said wedge because it was uncomfortable. And by that I mean I just threw it under my bed. And so then when I was 16, my doctor, you know, like my all-around doctor, you have one, you know, like you go in for your yearly checkup, you know that. At least if you're American, I don't know how that works in other countries. But pretty much he said, like, okay, this is getting a little out of hand, you probably should, you know, take a look at this, you know, have a professional, which he is a professional, don't get me wrong, but, you know, someone who, like, specializes in back surgery, should have them take a look at it, and, long story short, I had someone, what's it called, do a surgery on my back, and pretty much when the way I understand it is they hooked me up to these nodes, I guess they're called, and they, you know, like sent electrical impulses to my brain, and pretty much made it so that my brain sent back an impulse, and if my brain didn't send back an impulse, then that means something is wrong and they have to stop the surgery. Well, about an hour in, they sent a pulse, and it didn't come back, so they were all like, okay, stop the surgery, wake him up, and yeah. Pretty much, I was unable to move my legs, at all. And so, pretty much, what was supposed to be me in the hospital for 2 weeks and being bedbound for 6, turned into me being in the hospital for 2 months, and, you know, physical therapy for quite a while. I'm still in it, and this was like 2 years ago. I probably left out a detail or two, but hey, I want to know about you. You know, obviously, if you're not comfortable telling me something about you, don't worry about it. But like, hey, you know, in the comments, like, just give me a fun fact about you. It doesn't have to be as deep as what I just told you. You know, like, I'm comfortable telling people that kind of stuff, but I understand that, like, that could be a very sensitive subject for some. So sensitive, in fact, that people wouldn't really want to joke about it, but, like, that's how I've just kind of always dealt with it, you know, joking about it, you know, letting people know my situation, you know, that kind of thing. So yeah. But hey, how's your day been? I woke up like a couple hours before this. I watched an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Not gonna get too into that, but I am in love with that show. I'm on season 4. In fact, it's the last thing in the MCU, quote unquote. I know that it's not exactly canon with the MCU. MCU meaning Marvel Cinematic Universe. But it's the last thing I need to watch in order to know basically anything about the like everything about the MCU. Well, not everything. I shouldn't say everything. But yeah, I love it, and yeah, dude, friggin' Arctic or Paxton have probably just heard me rambling on to myself over here. They've probably been like, Jesus Christ, what is this guy on? I'll have some of what he's having, and boy, I wish I was on something. I'll tell you that right now. No. I love connections. I just love, you know? No hate, even though I did play season 2, I still no hate. Yeah. So let's go ahead and head down into this cave. Minus iron, obviously. You need that right now. It is fast melting, which, best RR game mode, don't at me. Every RR should be fast melting, considering that no one edits nowadays. I used to edit, but like, as you've seen by the new direction of my channel, I just don't have time to edit my recorded rounds anymore. I've chosen to start editing other things, like stream highlights, funny moments, that kind of stuff. I actually haven't released the video about that yet, but I should. That should have gone up by now. I've already made it and all that. I just kind of want to get the first stream highlights done before I release that video. And if that didn't happen, then, well, oops. I don't know. It should happen, though. There's no reason why it wouldn't. Jesus Christ. Yeah, okay, I'm unmuted. Good. Episode 1 ends in 10 minutes. Alright, let's go ahead and just grab all of this coal. Alright, so what teams am I afraid to fight? Ulti and Dieter aren't a friggin' amazing team. Logs and... No, that's not Summer, that's Minnie. Logs is amazing, Minnie's not that great. Blur and Tay I'm not that scared of. Brody and Griffin, that's not a bad team, but it's not good by any means either. I can take both of those players. Cody and Jay, if I can melee that team, I can probably kill them. Evzen and Kahooter. Evzen's not great, Kahooter's a nut. Litton and Saya. Saya's god-awful, but Litton's a nut. Tanner and Olivia, I love both of them, but I don't know how good that team is going to be. Alan and Ross. Ross wins like 50% of his recorded rounds. Alan's... I shouldn't say bad, but he's not great either. T-Firm and I are a very good team, I think. Bowfish and Kel I'm very scared of. Bowfish isn't great, also what? I'm not necessarily scared of Bowfish, but I'm definitely scared of Kel. Dex player. Max and Pelly's not a terrible team. Shoot, give me a second. Who's next? Coco and Frost I don't think is a bad team either. I think that's actually a very good team. Like, a very good team. Who's next? Vetmeyer and Foss, that's also not a bad team. I think that I severely underestimated both of them in Blocks Part 2. If you don't know, Blocks Part is my round, blah blah blah. And hey, both of them are in it. I heard lava over this way, so I'm gonna go to that. I'm gonna be quiet so I can dig to it. Hey, I found the cave. I want this water first things first. Water is very important. Can I get to the water? Okay. If I want to survive to Ep 2, I should probably start keeping it quiet, but hey, you know what? We'll live. Oops. Oh. Well then... What do you mean by abuse but you can use? That you just said you can't do something but then you can. What? Tanner's a little dummy head. He's a cute dummy head, so we'll let it pass. Bro, where's this water? Is it up? No, it's not up. It's down. But where? Whatever, I'll just go back to this lava cave and... I'm gonna stab a baby. Alright, there's nothing that way. I'm probably gonna start, being a little bit more quiet so that people don't just instantly kill me off of spawn. Because with what I did in the last attempt, I feel like people would be... inclined to do that. Dude, I've been meaning to clean up my computer screen for months now. And the fact that I still haven't done it pains me. I'm probably gonna do that after this round. Honestly, I should probably do it like right now, but I already got a late start. That's not what I want. I want that. So I need 24 gold and 3 diamonds. Then I can do slash monuments and go to a monument and set it off. I hope the monuments actually look cool and aren't just pads on the ground, because I know that rounds have done that in the past. I hope, you know, they kind of look like Greek Parthenons. It's just kind of always like what I imagine a monument to look like. Which is why in literally every single one of my Clubhouse games I ever hosted that had monuments, I always made them look like Greek Parthenons. Dude, throwback to when I said I should probably start being more quiet, and I didn't. But I mean, hey, you never know. I could find T-Firm and we wouldn't have to do the monuments thing. Alright, there seems to be more lava over this. Hello? Yeah, that was just Mumble desyncing. Luckily, it wasn't one of those people that play Mumble through their speakers, because that gets very loud, very fast. But I need diamonds, dimidomes, diamondes. Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.